Well, as the song goes, it's raining, it's pouring. But don't go away because it's Mother's Day and we're going to talk about what mothers want on this, a very, very special Mother's Day. Stay with me. Hi there, and happy Mother's Day. This is a different sort of Mother's Day for all of us. And the other night when my daughter, my 19-year-old, said to me, "Mommy, what would you like for Mother's Day?" it occurred to me that everything had changed. What I might like this year was absolutely nothing like what I might have liked in years gone by. Historically, Lily and I have gone to a local sort of a bed and breakfast place where they serve a beautiful Mother's Day brunch. We sit out on the veranda overlooking a lake and we chat, and then we might go shopping in some of the local shops, the antique stores around the area where I live. This year I definitely didn't want to do that, even though some of those stores are open now and some of those restaurants are open and outdoor seating is what I prefer. I just didn't want to add that extra edge to our day. I didn't want to risk life and limb, mine or hers, to go and do those things. So I started pondering what I want, and at the same time I reached out to friends of mine on Facebook and in the real world, family as well, to say, what do you want for Mother's Day this year, this very unusual year? And I saw some themes. The themes involved conversation with my children, shared time with my children and their other parent, compliance from my children, congeniality, just everybody getting along really well in one way or another. Nature, a lot of nature, health and safety of their children. That was a big one. That's woven throughout. That's really mine, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Time off task with absolutely no guilt involved, and somebody else on task so that you don't have to worry about the kids. Those are the things, those were the themes that I heard from my friends and my loved ones. So for me, I'll talk about me first and get me out of the way before I read these amazing things that have been contributed here today. For me, I just really want my kids to be safe. I have a lot of children. I have a son who's a police officer. He's my oldest, and he's in one of the hard-hit counties. He's in Broward County in Florida, one of the harder-hit counties of Florida. I want him to be safe. I have a beautiful daughter-in-law and 3 beautiful grandchildren who I miss so very much. But more than I miss them, I love them and I want them to be safe. And I have my pregnant daughter. She's 9 months pregnant in, again, one of the epicenters. She's just outside Seattle in Washington State. And she's due any moment. And I really want her to be safe, and her beautiful daughter and amazing husband. Safety is huge for me this year. I just want everyone to be okay. And my 19-year-old who I mentioned, I want her to be safe, and I want her to be at peace here at home as we all stay safe. That's very important to me. She's a college student. She's doing her courses online, and For her to be safe here and also peaceful and happy is huge for me. And my youngest is 17, and she has quite severe disabilities. She's on the autism spectrum. She's without speech. And I just really want to know that she's safe. She really doesn't know much about what's going on, except that it's just kind of different. No school, stuff like that. I want her to be safe. I want her to have a safe place and to continue to have my care and the care of her father. So that's me, out of the way. So now I'm going to read to you a little bit about what my friends had to say about what they want for Mother's Day. Michelle reports that her perfect Mother's Day gift came a few days ago. It was early. My son, my mom, and I had a wonderful day at my favorite beach. This included great car time conversations. We live about an hour from the beach, a little bit over an hour, so I'm sure they had a nice chat. Lunch at our favorite French bakery. This was a takeaway lunch. She made a point of telling me that, with the best turkey subs and a dip in the ocean. The salt therapy and sun was just what I needed after weeks of isolation. And Michelle made a point of letting me know that she was safe. She and her family were safe the whole time. They were well away from other people. They went to a somewhat secluded beach. Elizabeth says, I want no video games, and I want the kids to get along. Promise of no quarrels for the whole day. I'm with you on that one, Elizabeth. Sharon reports, I want to watch my husband and son play together while I kick back with a Bloody Mary, and I want to not feel any guilt about it. I love that one. Maria, who's one of my besties, says, and she's a lot like me, she has adult children and younger children as well. She responds to say, I want a breakfast picnic in a safe spot on the beach with my children and my children's children. I would love that more than anything else, but mine are not so close. And my friend Lauren says, I want him to prepare a meal for me while we chit-chat and laugh together. And there were several emojis associated with this response. And then Amanda, who is 9 months pregnant with her second child, says, maybe a trip to the beach or a mountaintop, but mostly I just don't want to have to do dishes. There are so many dishes with all these meals at home. And again, Amanda is 9 months pregnant. And my dear friend Masami says, I want my son to leave the bunnies alone. Yeah, her son is quite active, and those bunnies might need a little bit of peace. I love that one. That's probably my favorite. And then my dear friend Crystal, who posted on Facebook to say, and she was just married not long before the lockdown started. I think they snuck in their honeymoon, so about 3 weeks before the lockdown. She was married to the man of her dreams, who was amazing. And what she put on Facebook this morning is that they are expecting a new baby, and a very lucky baby it will be indeed. So she just wants the baby to be healthy. So that's what mothers want this very special Mother's Day. I hope you found this interesting. If not, maybe a little bit helpful. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Until then, happy Mother's Day and be safe.